Okay, I'm back out here with Daryl now. These motherfuckers that shut the world down. Go and get the clutch and your diamonds and all your pearls now. Not shocked, already knew they was on some wicked shit. Flint, Michigan shouldn't have been in that predicament. Listen, nigga, this ain't the time for no real nigga shit. This the time to study and learn about who you dealing with, the evils. My nigga, the power is in the people. Fuck saying I can't breathe, they don't believe you, it's lethal. I'm checking your energy when I meet you, cause black motherfuckers be weak too. This ain't a race thing, this ain't a hate thing. I keep it 100, my nigga, this ain't a fake thing. I've been out in the world, my nigga, since I was 18. Yeah, I'm not attached to shit, I might go to Beijing, I might go to Africa, nigga, might go to Cape Town. I gon' take the camera and get the fuck out my face now, it's a pandemic.
Pandemic, good Gucci stolen, we ran in it. And I've been running up bands in it. Just had to cut off my mans in it. I said, fuck it, I'm washing my hands with it. Pandemic, good Gucci stolen, we ran in it. Just had to cut off my mans in it. I said, fuck it, I'm washing my hands with it. Pandemic, good Gucci stolen, we ran in it.
Yeah, man. That's Nolaj right there, man. Pandemic. A nice little joint right there. Let me get a little volume down on this, man. Yeah, you can get him on all social media platforms, man. That's Nolaj Pandemic, man. He just emailed me that the other day. I took a listen to it, man. He got some good joints on there. He got Pandemic on there. I like Know Yourself and Tokyo. Them was the joints that I do, my favorite three. I had texted him and hit him up, told him that was my favorite three, but that was Pandemic. Y'all can get him on all social media platforms. You can catch him on YouTube, Instagram, and all of that. I don't got his handles, but it's Nolaj, and y'all can type that in. I'm pretty sure he's the only dude with that name. But before we get going, shop Deuce5clothing.com. Go get you a hoodie, hat. It's about to be springtime. I got some nice baseball tees and stuff like that with nice inspirational stuff on it. Invest in yourself, dream big. And I want to give a shout out to people that watch on YouTube and the people that listen to it through my Anchor on Spotify, Overcast, and all of those good things, man. I make sure I put all the handles to all of those. You can click on them and get your listen on or your watch on, whatever you want to do. And we gonna get going, man. I'm gonna hit you with the intro first, man. Y'all know the deal.
Hey, what is this? Cool. It's Mike with the mic.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised.
Yep. Now we got that out the way. Man. I want to dabble on a few things today, man. I'm trying not to keep y'all that long. I had another long work week, man. I'm telling you, like, we out here, we trying to get it, man. We trying to grind, and I just want to make sure that we get through everything, man. I got a few things I want to hit y'all with, but first I want to say, before I get into it, I won't make sure Tiger Woods is okay, first of all. But more than that, it seemed like, I don't know, man, like he might want to just say fuck golf. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that he can't play or anything like that, but like he's getting a little older. Now you got an accident. They said that he messed up both his legs, you know what I'm saying, be like a year or something like that before he can get back to golf. And I mean, it's hard to tell people not to do what they love. You know, we watch players all the time, like, stick around a little too long, but excuse me, I'm sure he's not hurting for no money. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it. He's clearly doing it for the love of the game, but it's kind of like, you know, Karl Malone and, you know, when Malone was on the Lakers and, you know, I think Ewing was on like the Sonics and then like Orlando or something like that. And it was just like, come on, man. It's like, just let it go, man. It just seemed like, I don't know, man. You might want to wrap it up. But more than that, man, it just seemed like to me, that they was hoping he was drunk or high or some cocaine or something in the car. And it's just like, come on, man, make sure the man all right. And like before they, you know, when I was just kind of following the story, kind of like on just social media or whatever, it was like, okay, well, it wasn't no drugs in the car. It was like, damn, is he okay? You know, and then they was like, oh yeah, he didn't die. And it was like, they all went in there looking for that. And that's the part that get me, that they was just ready to crucify him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, that's not surprising to me, because from what I understand and from where I'm sitting at, they've been sick of this motherfucker the whole time anyway. Like, he just been like pretty much dominating. Even when he not winning, he's still the headline. You know, like Tiger Woods playing today, and you know, motherfuckers tune in and it'd be like he's not even winning. So you got this kind of stuff going on where it seemed like some people might just be happy that he's out of there or he's gonna be out the way for a minute. But you know, that be like when black people be like, white people take something from us and we can't have shit. That's how they feel about him in golf, I'm pretty sure, because that's pretty much a white person's game. You know what I'm saying? And like, he came along and that's what made him so big, is because he came through dominating and he can actually play. But I don't know, man. I just feel like they was looking for something bad to just like pin on him. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, why is we so quick to want to crucify people just because you don't like them? You know what I'm saying? And I feel them though, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really a big golf fan, but you know, I'm just sure like people look at it and be like, I don't know, glad he kind of out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's how some people kind of feel about Bron. Like once he retired, then we can worry about, you know, who's next up and all of that stuff. But I just hope I hope he just be okay. That's just something I want to dabble on, because I seen people talking about it, and I saw a couple of headlines where they was like, well, you know, he wasn't drunk and it wasn't nothing in the system. It's like, why is that the first thing we fucking looking for? But that's just how I go. But before we move on, man, if y'all want to send something in, send it to mikewithamic313@gmail.com. If you want to submit some music for me to play, if you want to advertise on the show, be a guest. If you got questions about anything, you could just send them to mikewithamic313@gmail.com. Now, before we get into this next topic, man, I put up a status the other day, and I've been writing stuff down about it because I was listening to something and somebody said the quote, you know, people will have a lifelong friendship with agreements to never call each other out on their bullshit. That was a status I had put up on my Facebook page. And I just wanted to dabble on that a little bit because I don't think people know how serious that can be to like fucking stuff up or to keep bullshit going. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to speak on that. And that's like one of the things that kind of hurt the black community, and we act like that it don't. You know what I'm saying? Like we got people that's out here doing fucked up shit, and because they your homeboy, you won't say nothing. Or we got some like with women, it be starting stuff and, you know, just got like that one like messy friend who just be doing shit and y'all never call them out on their shit. And that's what I was saying when I heard the you know, when I put the status up, that's what I was saying. But sometimes through text, people don't really get it. But you know, we in a place where we can't even like, it could be like family or friends or coworkers or something like that, and you can't even say nothing to them because it's coming at the risk of losing them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, you know, that shouldn't be the case. You know what I'm saying? You'll end up like fighting or like never speaking, or, you know, all because you call them out on some of their bullshit. Like, you know, for case in point, it'd be like, you might see somebody on Facebook, like a woman. I'm just using this for an example. This is not no situation, but it is some people's situation where a guy will be doing for his kid. And if he not doing enough what she feel he should be doing, she'll say he a deadbeat. But then you got friends around her that'll be like, yeah, or they won't say nothing because they don't want to argue and fight with her because you might lose your friend. But the truth of the matter is this man doing the best he can. And, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I mean by, you know, people have those agreements, and it's true, man. We see it all the time. We don't say nothing, and it'll just be like, you know, you'll sit back and watch somebody shit on somebody and y'all know it ain't true. Like I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I find myself not saying stuff too because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? And we all do it. I'm assuming we all do it. But when I do it, it be really based on the fact that I just don't feel like arguing with you. And I just don't feel like wasting energy trying to convince you of something that I feel that you probably know already. Like some people say somebody smoke weed all the time. and then they want to borrow money from you. It's like, tell them you hire money if you start smoking weed. Like, you shouldn't have a habit that you can't afford. But you can't say that to your friend or your homeboy or your brother or your cousin or whatever, because you might have to whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's crazy. And it just be like, I don't know, man. I always go back to people sometimes I be thinking they want shit to be fucked up. They want to stay on this level. They want things right here because we comfortable right here, man. I'm eating, I got a place to stay. And it's just like, you can't even ask a motherfucker like, damn, you don't want more, without them, trying to dig off into you. Because, I heard that about myself because, I got a job and I make some money. I think I'm better than somebody. No, I don't. If I just want more, I'm not really worried about that part. I'm trying to figure out why you don't, or why you not asking me what I can do. Like, I say that all the time. I ask people all the time, like, what can I do to get to that next level? But I'm going to ask somebody on the next level. Me being here is not going to, do that. And you should be able to tell your friend that. And if you can't, then maybe it ain't a friendship. You know what I'm saying? And when stuff like that hit the fan, it'd be like, okay, you not number one on my list. You might be my friend, but you're not number one on my list. And sometimes you can't tell a friend that, because they'll be like, oh man, you acting funny and all of that. But like, we grow up. People get wives and husbands. You have kids. You get a job. You might have a hobby. You might, like my podcast, I got to do this. So that means this is an hour and a half, 2-3 hours setting up, editing and, everything. It goes into it. That means I'm taking 3 hours away from something else. So when I pull the scale out, got my wife, I got my kids, I got my job, I got to sleep. Chances are I can't hang out with my homeboy. Now, if he can't understand that, then maybe he not my homeboy to begin with. And then some people, they look at it like you picking something over them. And those are the people that I be saying, I just be like, why people do that stuff and then expect you. The one thing is they get mad that they not number one on your list, but you not number one on theirs. And that's what I mean about, that one-way relationship or friendship or whatever you want to call it. I say relationships, but everybody got their language. I'm just saying, like, I don't be caring. I learned not to care. Let me say that, because it was a time in my life where I felt like I had to make time for my friends. I had to make time for this. I had to be here for this. And somebody have a party, I can't miss your party, or I gotta be here if y'all want to go hoop and because I haven't seen you in a week. No, if you can't understand that I got all this stuff going on and I can't make it today, then, or I might not be able to make it this week. I might not be able to make it this month. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean about these one-way relationships, when people have these like unwritten rules. You know what I'm saying? When you have a relationship with somebody, and it don't be fair if you sit there and not let it be fair. If you always, every time they call you, you right there. If every time they need something, you right there. Or, I remember I had a talk with Janetta one time, and I was explaining to her, this girl told a guy, you all I got. I don't have nothing else. Like, I don't want to be all somebody got. Like, I don't want to be all she got. I don't want to be all my kids got. Have something else. Don't put that kind of pressure on me in no kind of relationship that I got to always be there for you. Or I have to be there. Because what about when I got something going on? All of a sudden, I don't love you and I don't care about you because I got to go to work, or because I worked 6 days this week and I'm ready to lay the fuck down and chill out on my day off. That shit just be crazy, man. And then when you say no, or you put that kind of, you draw that line, they'll get upset. Then they off to tell people how fucked up person you is. And they'll go out here, they'll search, they'll find somebody, because misery love company, and they'll find that company. You know what I'm saying? And it's always somebody like, yeah, I know, right? And then they'll be besties, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? If you can't understand my list and what I got going on, then go the fuck ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not that kind of guy. I just don't like how you have to worry about like, you losing somebody. And I see it we all see it all the time, and we all keep our mouths shut on stuff. I just be wondering why, you know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to the thing, and when she said it, it just kind of like hit me, and I was like, damn, like it's people that do that stuff, and I was doing that stuff. But we just all gotta, draw the line, make sure we in a decent friendship or relationship, and if they got to be understanding, they got to be respectful, and if they not, then you might want to reconsider that friendship or that relationship altogether. And that's just me and how I feel about things, because you got to really get like around people who, that's going to challenge you and lift you up, and that's going to support you and, cheer you on. But like more than anything, you need people around you that's just going to be understanding. And like some of these relationships that people have, they simply just don't understand. And I just don't get that part when somebody say that you're a friend. They just got to understand that over time, you have to readjust your list. And I think it was Eric Thomas, he said, like, do an inventory of your circle every 6 months or every year. And you might start off with somebody, y'all might be best friends at 15, 16 through high school, y'all might be A1 buddies. Then you get a girlfriend. Now you gotta make time for her. It's only 24 hours in a day. So you gotta sleep, you gotta work, then you gotta see her, and then you have kids. Then you got your hobby that you want to do that make you feel better. You got to shop. You got to go to the grocery store. You got to wash clothes. You got to cook. You got to have family time. And that friend of yours start going down that list. Now they 7. And if they get upset about that, then you got to really be wondering, like, is that person your friend? And then if you doing something and you got something going on, if they feel like they not going to support you or they not going to cheer you on or understand, then you really got to think about that instead of trying to readjust that list to make them fit up and forth. No, if you can't understand that you 7th now, then you might as well get the fuck on, because once you not helping, you hurting. And that's just simple as that. And that's not me trying to tell nobody to go cut their friends off. I'm just saying that's something you have to think about when, like I say, the older you get and you start packing stuff on. And like me, I got kids, I got grandkids, I got a wife. Like, it's no way that I can just say, yeah, I'm going Saturday. Like, I don't know. Your birthday party Saturday? I don't know, man. I'll let you know. And if they tell me to work overtime at work, I'm going to take it. If my daughters call me or my son call me and say, hey, can you keep the grandkids? I'm going to keep them, and fuck your birthday party, because I don't get to see them that much. And my kids and all of that, that's over partying any day. So if somebody want to turn around and say you didn't come to my birthday party because you had to work or whatever, then, that's what I mean about, that part about it. But I mean, getting back to the quote, I mean, the thing she said about people had a lifelong friendships with the agreement to never call each other out. It just be all of that plays a part to me, because it be the makeup of people friendships and people relationships where it gets tilted, because sometimes people hide dirt on each other. Sometimes people know you full of shit, and sometimes they let some of your shit slide. So now you feel like you owe them to let they shit slide. Then they let this slide, you let that slide. Then it's 10 years later, and y'all just been out here doing bullshit affecting a third person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean, like, about somebody gotta be able to call somebody out on their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but mainly me, I look at it more from the side of those unwritten rules. People will hold you back. That's why I kind of took from it too, because if you do something and you get a job, you get a house, you can get a girlfriend. You get a girlfriend, you can fucking get a pair of shoes, or you can start a business or anything. That be the moment when you kind of find out what kind of friend they are, because some people don't want you to go to that next level because they feel like you're leaving them behind, which you are if they stay there themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you should leave a person behind. Why would you want to stay here forever. Like nobody wants to stay at a job and make $10 an hour forever. Like you want to get a raise. You want to get a raise so you can make more money, so you can get a better car, get a better house, buy better stuff for your family and all of that. So what kind of friend wouldn't be happy for that? What kind of friend wouldn't support that kind of like, I'm finna move to Atlanta? Niggas be like, oh man, you just like, come on, man. Like let that man chase his dream. And if you can't do that, it's really, that's what I say. Like you got to really think about that. But that's when I say doing the inventory on your friends. That's the part that makes real sense to me and something that I learned how to do. And when you start doing that over the years, it's people that I used to hang with every day. I don't hang with them no more. And then we was texting and calling, hey, every now and then. Then they stopped calling, they stopped texting, because sometimes we all got that person in our lives that they only call you when they want something. They only call you when they need something. They don't call and check on you like, and that's one thing I say about like my boy Germ. When he texts me and he asks me for something, he'll tell me, when you get the chance, can you send me that email? When you get the chance, can you download that picture? When you get the chance, that's him respecting my list. That's him respecting the fact and understanding that he's not number one on my list. Some people call you, they don't speak, they don't ask you how you doing, they ain't ask you if you ate or nothing. They get right to what the fuck they want. Hey man, what's going on, man? Hey, I need blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm at work or I'm with my kids, like, and they'll be like, oh man, it just take a minute. That's them disrespecting your list. That's them not understanding your list. And that's what I mean about, people being in these relationships without getting the rules right. And having that conversation about, hold on, man, I worked 6 days this week. I ain't seen my fucking wife and kids all week. We at the fucking movies. I'm gonna call you back. And people, that's when you know what kind of friend you got. If they get an attitude in that moment, then they don't respect your list. Because why wouldn't you understand that? I had this is an example of somebody that I know personally, and I ain't gonna blast nobody, but if it hit your ears, you know who you are. They called me and I was at work and they said, hey, I need you to do me a favor. And I said, I'm at work. Oh, today? Like, how you gonna say we cool, you my friend, and you don't even, I ain't saying you gotta know somebody's work schedule, but like, you don't even know my work schedule. You know what I'm saying? But I've been on this same schedule for a while. I've been having a job, like I've been working, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you calling me, expecting me to just be free for you. And it's like, I can't call you that way. And I probably could, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not how I operate. I don't like expect people to be sitting around holding their phone, waiting on Michael to need something. And if I call you and you can't do something, I don't get mad. That person was like, oh man, well, when you get, what day you off? Like never once asked me what I had to do. Never asked me what kind of plans, like, oh, well, you can't do it today. When can you do it? Like what's your next off day so you can do it? And it's like, nah, now I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. So, and then, I mean, I'm getting off into the friend stuff now because, you thinking about how people handle situations. Like say you tell one of your like friends your good news and then they like, or like one of your accomplishments or something, you know what I'm saying? Like say for instance, you might tell them like, hey man, I got a promotion at my job and I'm thinking about moving, and they hit you like with the, oh yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole, like whatever sound effect shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of shit you got to watch out for, because that is the person that's not trying to let you get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit, it's all about leveling up. And that's really my main concern, because when we have these relationships with people and you feel obligated to them, or you allow them to make you feel obligated to them, that's when you will stop yourself, like subconsciously not going to that next level, because you worried about what the fuck they gonna say or what they gonna think, or if they gonna say you acting funny and all that shit. Like, but the truth is that's just their manipulation to keep you in the box for them, not for you. Because what kind of person don't want they homeboy to get a better car or better house, or, get married and have a kid, or Whatever. Soon as one of your friends, you with your friend, y'all been friends. Soon as he meet a girl, first thing come out of nigga mouth, oh man, you pussy whip. Like, why he can't just love her? Why he can't just want to be with her? Why can't he just want a family? Why can't he just not want to sit around you the rest of his fucking life? And why would you want to sit around him? Maybe because you dependent on him? Like, that be the bullshit, man. I just be like, that's the kind of stuff you got to watch out for. And then I had wrote this down too. Like, it's my favorite when people put little in front of everything you do. Those are the friends you got to watch out for. The niggas who hit the sound effects, the niggas hit you with the oh yeah, and the niggas that be like, put the little on that shit. Like, you know, you got a little job. I heard you got a little house, and, you know, I heard you got a little promotion. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, that's big shit. You know what I'm saying? I heard you got you trying to start a little business. Like, no, it's a big business. You know what I'm saying? But Nike started little. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z and Beyonce started little. You know, I mean, all kind of shit start little. You got to plant the seed. But if you let your friend talk you out of watering your seed, that's your fault. It ain't his fault. He doing what he's supposed to do. If he's miserable and he's scared that you're gonna leave him behind, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. And you the one that's falling for it, you know, like, I don't know. When I was getting married, I had people asking me, like, you sure? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what you mean, am I sure? Then, you know, it's gonna be hard, man, every day, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, well, you know, not being married is hard every day. Not being just going to work and being right and, you know, going to church or try to go to church. I don't go to church as much as Janetta would like me to go, but we watch it on TV. But the thing is, it's still hard. Life is hard anyway. So why would you have another motherfucker around you making it harder? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, they just basically, when you get ready to level up, people see it. Your friends, your family, they be the first ones to see it. And some of those folks pour their insecurities on you with the, man, you know, it's hard to start a podcast, man. You got to get this. They be knowing they shit. So clearly they thought about it, and then they talked themselves out of their dream. And then they'll try to put that shit on you. Cause like, if you ever tell somebody I'm about to go into real estate, they'd be like, man, you don't know how to work on houses, and be like, damn, nigga, like, it's people out there that do. They don't ever offer you nothing. And that's what I mean about, you know, the whole, you know, friendship and them just not being right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes it just be, I remember Tyler Perry said, you know, it's like a spaceship when it go into outer space, you know, it propels up, you know, it be going up. And some of the boosters fall off after it get to certain levels. And that's how friends are. It's nothing bad. You did your job. You might have helped me. And we might have been cool at 25. But now I'm 30, man. And I'm looking for a wife and a house. And I'm looking for a family. And that's not a knock against you. It's just that's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, only thing I can really think of is that people do that because they don't got shit going on, or they scared that you gonna leave. And then sometimes I be wondering, is it the crab in the bucket situation where they just don't want you to see you make it? Or some people do be, that this is another friend you got to watch out for, the one that wants you to succeed, but just not more than them. Like, I want all my friends to be rich and make money and do what they got to do and handle their business, because that's only gonna help us all. If I got a millionaire friend, if he really my friend, he gonna look out for me. If I make $1 million, I got friends I know that got good ideas where I'd be like, okay, man, well, here go 15 grand. Go ahead, you know, get to that next level and get me back down the line. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm gonna give y'all motherfuckers no money, because I got shit I want to do. But if I can do something like that and invest in something, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I share my friend's stuff and promote my friend's stuff and do what I got to do? But speaking of promotion, before we go ahead. Refreshus15.com. They got hoodies, hats, man. They got the whole deal, man. Like stuff like that, man. DetroitCousins.com. I got my man Bobo. He got platinum status. They got Plug. We got like a bunch of clothing lines around here, man. And that's another thing that's crazy. Like, we got all these clothes and y'all niggas will still walk in the Gucci store after they made that shirt. Like, I never wore Gucci before that, but they definitely can't get $1 from me. But that's really the plug. Refreshuss15.com. Go check them out, man. Another good thing. But I mean, back on this, like when your like so-called friends try to talk you from that next level, I just think it'd be like when like saying the movie with Ray Charles, when he was about to quit and my man was like, don't do it, Ray, man, it's cold out there. And it's like, but the truth is it's cold in here too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think about the situation when Ray Charles was about to quit, they was underpaying the nigga. They was treating him like he wasn't shit. He had the fuck old girl basically for a fucking place to stay. They already cut the deal behind his back. They treating him like he ain't shit. And on top of all of that, they get this nigga some heroin. You know what I'm saying? He blind. What the fuck was it, man? Like he wanted to get the dollars. They couldn't even respect that he was blind to pay him in dollars. But these supposed to have been his fucking friends. They was in a band together. And they wasn't trying to support him when he say, man, I think I can go out on my own. And they like, no, man, you don't want to do that, man. It's cold. We the ones take care of you. Like, was they really taking care of him or was they really holding him back? So, yeah, he was getting paid. He was doing better than where he started at when he was living in the shed with his mama. But if you make it to the next level and they not supporting you and they not for you, like they not really helping you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why would I be thinking like what could be worse on the next level? You know what I'm saying? Like, and people do that all the time. We won't even go to the next level based on a person who never been to that level telling you how fucked up it is. And those are not your friends, but you know, I just thinking about that, like when they gave him the heroin and all that shit. And my man, like, yeah, man, shut the door, man, close the door. When he kept walked in the room, and it was just like, but they end up giving it to him, and it's like that's them trying to keep him in a box. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, he all fucked up. And I mean, shout out to Jamie Foxx, man. He did a good job in Ray, man. That was a classic. I got that right under Malcolm X as far as people playing people in the autobiographies. I got Malcolm X, Ray, and Ali. Those are my three. But like I said, I'm supposed to be his friends. But think about this. Picture if he wouldn't have quit and he would have just really listened to him. What if he'd have been like, yeah, man, you right. Y'all do treat y'all. It's kind of fucked up, but I'm going to stay here. It wouldn't have been no movie. It wouldn't have been no hits. It wouldn't have been no autobiography because don't nobody want to see no movie about the piano player in the back, the blind guy in the back. He would have just been the blind piano player. People probably didn't even know he was blind because it didn't have nothing to do with him. And sometimes that's what people do. They will Ray Charles your ass and say, okay, I'm in the front, everybody see me and this is my band. But then when you get ready to grow, they'll be like, no, man, don't go, man. It's cold out there. And sometimes people be like, all right, but that's why I say, man, wouldn't be no Grammys or none of that shit, man. But I don't know, man. I guess the point is like every now and then you got to check your circle because like I said, you got to, same way you renegotiate with your job, you got to renegotiate with the people around you. You got to renegotiate with yourself. And, I think that's one of the best things I can say that I did for myself was really do an inventory on myself. Like, what the fuck is you out here really doing? I'm talking about like when you go back to 10 years ago, I ain't had no driver's license, running around like messing with multiple girls and shit and just not even spending no time with my kids and all. And then you do an inventory and then you be wondering like on some real shit, like them girls ain't give a fuck about me. Like, and clearly when shit hit the fan, them motherfuckers was breaking like a motherfucker. When they hit the light on like fucking roaches, they scattering like a motherfucker. When shit hit the fan, they go to jail or something, or I need something, then motherfuckers be like, you ain't my man. And it's like, you know what? You right. I'm not. And then when your friends, they break out when some shit happen too. You know what I'm saying? We got friends like that. Soon as some shit hit the fan, sometimes they don't have it. And I learned that too about friendships. Sometimes people don't have it. Sometimes people not in a position. But that's part of doing the inventory. Because just because you my man, that don't mean you can teach me about credit. I got to go over here and talk to this person. Now, if that mean that I don't see you for 2-3 days, if you can't understand that, then nigga, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Because I'm trying to level the fuck up. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. All I can think of is like if somebody out there doing like real estate and they might be my friend. and they be like, I need some help with my portfolio. Well, you better go get somebody because I can't do it. Like I'm not gonna put you in a position to where cause you my mans, you know what I'm saying? The whole baby boy shit, you know what I'm saying? Hire me and all that shit. I don't know nothing about managing no real estate portfolio. I don't know nothing about stocks and, all that stuff. So go get somebody that do. And if you want to bring me along because I'm your man's, then all right, I'll clean something up. I can drive. I know how to paint. You know what I'm saying? It's something I can do, but we got friends that make me feeling like you obligated to like, you got a Fortune 500. I should be your CEO. Like, you know nothing about running a record label. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I going to hire you for? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you better go work that front desk or something. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't understand that and they can't respect the list of how things going, because however you start to build that shit, whatever kind of foundation you put it on, if you put it on top of some bullshit, it's gonna fucking crumble. Or you not trying to build nothing that heavy. I'm trying to build a skyscraper. So why in the fuck would I start off with cardboard? No, we need some real solid shit down here. And that's just how I go, man. Like, or they'll hit you with you gonna hire another motherfucker, like a white motherfucker or something like that. Like people be doing the most when it comes to people leveling up. And I think it's mainly because people be scared, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna hire nobody that's not qualified. I'm not gonna ask to be hired and I'm not qualified. I will not fuck your shit up just because you my friend and I need some money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't right. And because if they cut the head off, then the fucking body's going to die. So that's what we got to learn to do too as that friend. We got to learn to protect these people's dreams and their goals, because I'm a firm believer that sometimes your blessing is on the other side of somebody else's blessing. If I can play somebody's music on here, I can promote somebody's stuff. If they get the going, that could help me out. And then that can help my kids out. Then my kids can help their kids out. And it'll be all because granddaddy swallowed his pride or daddy swallowed his pride and called the person and asked them, hey, do you need any help doing this? But I don't know. It's just, that's just one of them things I feel like we got to stop doing. And what we also got to stop doing is this one thing I wanted to put on there. People, we got to quit acting like your friend owe you the crash course for something that they went to college for. Like, you'll go to college like me. I went to Specs Howard. I owe student loans. I sat in that class. I bought those books. I had to get a ride to school and sitting up doing homework and got to buy this stuff and get the laptop and go get a camera and learn how to do all this shit that I'm trying to do for you to come out after I get done. You ain't gave me no ride to school. You ain't helped me with no homework or nothing. For you to come out and be like, all right, you my man's crash course me right quick. And it'd be like, no, man. You know what I'm saying? Not in a bad way, but like, I got to focus my energy on putting this stuff to use. I can't stop and teach you when you could have signed up for that class too, but you didn't because you sitting back like, oh man, that ain't going to work. And that's another thing that I be saying about, these relationships and friendships where you be having with people. Like, it's nothing wrong with teaching people how to do stuff. My thing be when people get mad when you say no. Like, if you got time, if you want to come over and say, hey, Mike, man, what kind of camera you got? Well, let me come over there and see your setup or whatever. I'm all for it. But if I say no and you get mad, I'm not going to give a fuck because, like I said, it's only 24 hours in a day. I cannot carve 2 hours out to teach you how to fucking focus or something or what kind of setup I got. Like, you better catch me when I'm doing this or in the groove of things, because that's just how I go, man. It just, like I said, man, we just got to just do inventory, man, and just check those relationships from time to time, because you'll be getting used out here. You'll be getting played out here, all because you feel like you owe that person something. Like, nobody really owed nobody nothing. Like, if you my friend, I feel like I do owe you to support you and to be with you, be by your side. And if you need somebody to talk to, I do feel like, but really, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really, really owe you anything. It just be appreciated when somebody do it for you when they say that they your friend. But you can't be upset when a person just simply just don't be not ready and eager to teach you something or to pull you along or to stop doing something for you, that's not your fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care about all the stuff you do. And like me, every time I work overtime at work, I'm missing out on time at the house. Every time I say I'm finna go over such and such house to help him out, or I'm about to go do something, I'm about to go watch these videos, that I'm missing out on time with something. So that's why I say you gotta build that list, man. But like I said, niggas be so quick to hit you with cause you my mans. Niggas be so quick to, try to guilt trip you. And it's all fear, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all fear based. And once we start approaching those situations honestly, then we can get out of those relationships or stay in them and have a better relationship once people understand you not first on my list and I shouldn't be first on yours. Like, that's just simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got coworkers and we always make plans, but something always come up and nobody never gets mad. I got friends where it'd be like, all right, man, I see you Sunday. And then my job would be like, you want to work Sunday? Hell yeah, I do. Then I call my friend back and say, hey man, I'm working Sunday. You want to come over after work or before work or something? We have a conversation. We work it out. Some people in that situation to get mad and be like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? This nigga think he is. But like I say, that boil down to that person being honest with themselves, because if you not honest with yourself and you don't know your place, then you liable to say or do some shit that's out of place. And that's how you end up arguing and fighting and ultimately like losing a friend. But I don't know, man. Y'all know who y'all hang out with. Like, I know who I hang out with. I know who I used to hang out with. And I just done kind of opened my eyes to a lot of shit. And it's like, sometimes, it boils down to like you ask God for something. And you might be like, hey, God, put people in place in my life to help me grow. Now, it might be a situation like that. And you're not careful what you ask for because God might give you 7 seats or 5 seats or whatever. Now, you asking him for somebody to come in. But is you really ready to ask one of those people, one of your family members, or maybe one of your kids to get up and let that person sit down? And how they gonna feel when you ask them to get up and leave out the room? If it's 7 seats at the table and it ain't enough room for everybody in here, and we all trying to pack like in a car or something, and it's only 7 that can go, is you really ready to tell your kids or whatever or your friend, even though it's gonna help you long run and it's gonna help them long run, is they really gonna be able to get out the car and let that person get in to help y'all get there? So is they gonna understand that? And that's what I mean about the list, because some people, and it's not in a bad way, but some people can't help where you going. Your situation, like, I can't draw. I don't know how to airbrush. I don't know how to paint. So why the fuck would why would I hold you up on meeting with somebody that's going to do your logo and put it on the side of your building? Like, why would I not get out the car for that person? You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, you just can't expect God to switch the whole shit up and add more hours to the day and more days to the week and month and year because you can't tell your fucking friend that I've outgrown you, or not necessarily in a bad way, but hey man, I just ain't really got time for that kind of shit no more. And I'm not finna try to squeeze it in. I'm not about to lose sleep. And if they can't understand that, then I don't know, man. Like I said, man, it's just all about growth. And if your friend feel like your growth is a direct jab to them, then you really need to reconsider what you're doing, because I be so happy when niggas do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how I feel on the inside. When I see somebody, they got a new house and a new car, I'm more like, damn, what you do to get that? I'm not never that guy that's going to be like, oh, this motherfucker, you got that and you moved here and you got with her and you've been acting different. Like, he's supposed to. Like, y'all not 20. Like, you not his son. That's not your daughter. That like, to women, y'all be holding on to these like single friends neglecting your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some of the shit I really don't get. Then fellas be doing that shit too. Like, you would cancel a date with your girl that you haven't spent no time with in a month because you ain't saw your homeboy in 2 weeks. Man, fuck him. And if he can't understand that, then really fuck him. Like, nigga, get the fuck on. Like, you might as well just stay gone at that point. Once you start hitting, when we pull out the scale, and that's another thing too, like, friends don't be wanting friends to really pull out the scale because people feelings get hurt when the scale come out. The truth is, if we out here and we trying to shoot a movie, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get with people to shoot a movie. So once everything start going and we pull the scale out, if you got something to say about this guy that's helping me do the movie or at least go in that direction, when the scale come out, your feelings gonna get hurt because Michael gonna tell, like, nigga, you don't even know how to count. You don't know what the fuck kind of camera we need. You don't know nothing. You ain't got no money. And then that's when, you know, the feelings start getting involved. And that's why I say, like, a lot of these friendships be one way and it keep you from jumping to that fucking next level, man. But like I said, it never be them. They doing what they supposed to do. It be you that don't do it. And that's one thing. I don't know, man. I be wanting people to get along and I be wanting stuff to go smooth because what we've been doing, like, as a people, it ain't been working. And I say this all the time. Like, if we got a group of 10 people and everybody ain't on the same page, then the shit is really going to crumble because now we got to stop and talk to this person and get him to understand his role instead of saying, we explained this before we left the house. When we be born, it's already explained. Go to school, get a good job, follow your dreams, get a family. Like, everybody want that stuff. We know where we going. So if somebody want to stop and go over here and get drunk and be a junkie, or you want to go around here and like be on some bullshit that's not helping go in that way, then I'm not stopping to talk to you. I'm 40 years old. I'm 41. I'm about to be 42 years old. I'm done stopping talking to niggas. If you ain't going that way and we not heading up the hill, then what the fuck is we really doing? Like, is it really a friendship if I got to stand here and argue with you about where I'm going? Like, come on, man, you should be going somewhere too. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that got a problem with it, I don't know. That's why I say, like, I mean, I hate this. Well, I don't hate it. I mean, it's good that I got friends, like I said, with Jeremy, man. That man and Mo too. They hit me up and they say, man, what you doing? Like, they start the conversation off respecting and understanding the list. Man, you busy? And then I'm good. Then they get into what's going on. People really out there, soon as you answer the phone, they get right to, hey, man, I need $10. And not to mention the motherfuckers who want the $10 and want you to drop it off. That's total disregard for your financial situation, your time, your list. Like, if you tired, if you hungry, they total disregard. And then I say they're your friend. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you should base friendships on what I feel they should be based on. But I'm just saying, from a person who's, I feel like them shuffle through a lot of friends, one thing that's all of them have in common is the list get tested all the time. And when that happened, it's a fork in the road. What you gonna do? You gonna let this motherfucker dictate how you live, or you gonna go do what you supposed to do? Either way it go, you gonna have to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, from what I'm looking at, you might as well do what you're going to do, because people going to say what they going to say. And the motherfucker will run you in the ground. Your friend will run you in the ground, fucking drain your bank account, like your girl or your boyfriend, the person supposed to love you. They'll run your shit in the ground. They'll talk you. You'll be up on the level, hand up there. They won't push you up or nothing. They'll talk you into letting go. And then you'll be back on their level. Then they'll be talking about how stupid you is and how you wasted your life. Oh, Michael had all that talent, man. He should have went to the NBA. But ain't another motherfucker out there ever picked me up and dropped me off. Ain't no motherfucker never was there at no games. One no motherfuckers in no gym kicking the ball out to me while I worked on my jumper. None of that shit. But they'll be like, oh, man, this and this. Or, oh, man, you wrote a book. It should have been a movie by now, man. Like, come on, man. But ain't a motherfucker threw a nickel this way. And sometimes them be the motherfuckers, will they not give you no money? They ask you for some, knowing what you trying to do. And then when you stop fucking with them, that's when it comes to you know, I'm gonna not fuck with this nigga and I'm not gonna support this nigga, which is fine because I mean, anybody that know me know that I don't get, I already said, I definitely don't get the support from the people that I grew up with and around simply because we disagree on things. And it's like, if that's the kind of relationship that people gotta have, then that's the relationship that people gotta have, or you can leave. And that's just, and nobody should be mad. It should be like, okay, you doing that podcast shit, I don't fuck with it. All right. And we should still be able to be cool. But like I said, man, you'll be surprised at the people that you're in a relationship with and friendships with who will try to twist that shit into what they want it to be. And if y'all can't agree and even that scale out, then somebody is getting more of the fucking pie. And then you got to think about that too, because we out here cooking pies. So why would I cook a pie and give it to a motherfucker, not the person that helped me, not the person that went grocery shopping, not the person that helped me in the kitchen and checked the temperature and all that. I'm going to give it to this person who doubted the pie from the beginning. No, I'm not going to do that. So I just be saying, like, people be, I don't know. I'm not a expert. I'm just, going off stuff I seen and stuff I've been through. And when I saw the quote, it was just kind of funny because, like I said, we all do that kind of stuff. And it be like, motherfuckers will say they your friend and they don't even check on you. Like, some motherfuckers really be like finding out that they friend is dead because they needed something. And they'll call and be like, hey man, Mike, man, I need to use your snowblower or whatever, something. And they'll call and they'll be like, man, he dead. That motherfucker died in October. And they don't even know because they don't really fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be something that simple as just text them. Like, you ain't, like, come on, man. Like, we know better. Like, I ain't got to get off into people having stuff like that. But I just always say, if one of us doing good, all of us doing good. And I don't see why people don't see that. And if you're in a relationship with somebody and they not backing what you doing, and that's another thing too I want to dabble on. Like, you'll have a friend that's not doing nothing. And although your situation could help them, they won't back it because I say this about black people. We be more concerned about who name on the building versus doing things. And that's why I say when I post that picture of LeBron with his homeboys, like, all of them they back LeBron. What he need to do? What you need, Bron? What we got to do? Where we going? Because they know that shit gonna trickle down to them. As long as Bron on top of his game and he doing what he's supposed to do, man, we all gonna eat. But people don't get that. People don't get what they say, a big wave raise all, a rising tide raise all boats. People don't get that. People more concerned about the size of your boat, what you got on your boat, what's the name of your boat. We be sitting up arguing about that instead of just like, okay, I'm gonna take what I can get and I'm gonna just live my life. Everybody's not gonna be a millionaire, but like I said, most people, they don't want that, man. They want to keep you boxed in. They want to keep you on that level because sometimes that it doesn't put their shortcomings on display. If everybody on this level, it's hard to see. But if everybody go to the next level and he the only motherfucker down there, then he start looking bad. When it's 20 people and then 10 jump up, them 10 like, oh shit, then it'd be 8, then it'd be 2, then it'd be 1. And now he down there, the one nigga that was trying to talk y'all to not jump. And then it'd be that. But I don't trip because I done come to terms with everybody ain't gonna support you. Everybody not gonna make it. Everybody not gonna come along. Everybody not gonna agree. Everybody's not gonna want an equal friendship or an equal relationship. It's all about you drawing your lines for what the fuck you want to do and how the fuck you gonna do it. Me, I learned it. I ain't gonna try to act like I had it down since day one. No, I done went through some shit with family, with friends. I ain't really had no issue with like no coworkers because like this kind of like the first job I really ever had friends at. But I ain't had no problems with none of these motherfuckers so far. Everything cool. Like when I was in high school, everybody on the basketball team was pretty cool. But like I've done had my ups and downs with friends and like people in my family and stuff like that. But like never to the point where I didn't want to see them do good. just because you're not over here with me. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like because I really truly believe if somebody, say somebody in my family gets rich, it's going to really help the entire family, whether we get along or not. Because say, for instance, like my brother Marlon, if me and him get into it and he get rich, if he decides, well, I'm going to open up this shop for my other brother, if he hired me, that still helps me. You know what I'm saying? And people, that's the part, people really don't get, but I'm not here to convince nobody of that right there. I'm just saying, it's just, no matter what we got going on, where we are, we just got to make the best of that. And we can't be out here letting people like take advantage of us and use us in situations. And that's why I say people hide the unwritten rules about relationships. And when we don't have these conversations, it's easy for somebody to take advantage of you or manipulate you with your feelings and your loyalty and all of that. But like, people be saying like, what you need most from a friend, people be like, loyalty. No, I want honesty, because if you honest, if something bother you, sometimes a loyal motherfucker will let some shit slide if it bothered them because they loyal to you. I would rather you just be honest, and then we can work, through that stuff. But like I said, man, and I always say, be careful what you ask God for, because that person that's your friend, if you ask God to bring people around you, he might have to bring somebody in to make some of your friends get up and leave out. So have that understanding in y'all friendship to where nobody is arguing and ain't nobody feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. But I'm going to get off of that, man, because I think I probably already said enough. I already be hearing little chirps of, I supposedly be taking jabs at people. I don't. I be talking to everybody and nobody at the same time. So if the shoe fit, walk it. If it don't, fuck Michael and his podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga with a microphone. But before we move on, DetroitCousins.com, RefreshUs15.com, Deuce5Clothing.com. Make sure y'all go and shop with us, man. Good folks, man. And if you want to send anything to submit some music, be a guest on the show, if you got any questions, just Mike with a mic 313@gmail.com. And I'm going to get into this right here, man, because it's tax season again. And something I like to do is talk about what we can do with our tax money, because I'm a firm believer that we gonna have to do this shit together. Like, Superman is not coming out the fucking sky to save us. Ain't nobody finna like all of a sudden like have some rich uncle die. Like, that shit is not happening no more. Or if it do, lucky you. But what I'm saying is, we down here every single year, any given family could get $75,000 or 50 or whatever in just income tax money. And I put this up on the status too the other day, and people be ignoring stuff like this. That's how I know the real shit I be putting up sometimes. Like, I said, how much do your family make a year? And then I said, that's how I know we don't want shit. Because it can be like 10 or 15 people in the family, everybody making, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. If everybody really just put $1,000 to the side and bought this building, then next year fix it up. Then the year after that, y'all open. People don't want to do that. But like I said, this income tax season, hopefully you can start a business, because it's a lot of businesses out there that you could start for under $5,000, landscaping or whatever. Or you can just take that $5,000 and give it to somebody that's already in business. Somebody might have a boutique or a clothing line. They might have a store, and $5,000 in inventory changes their game. You know what I'm saying? They can come down on their prices, and now you an investor. You getting 20% of this store, or 10%, whatever y'all work out. Shark Tank that shit. But even though I'm not a fan, y'all could play the stock market game. I'm just really not a huge fan of the stock market, because I just feel like you ain't got no control over it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you win or not. I'm just not really with that. And the stock market, if we gonna get on that, like, you only win if somebody buy your stock. That's why, like I had said it before, like, people will be like, I put in $1 and it went up to $5. Like, it's only worth $5 if somebody give you $5 for it. Other than that, you just got a paper in your hand that's not even worth the dollar that you invested. So that's why I say, instead of investing in a stock market, why people can't get together. We get together and bought all these stocks. Why we couldn't get together and buy a grocery store? Why we can't get together and buy a shoe store? Or, we can do that. They franchise Foot Lockers. They're franchise a Taco Bell. I don't know why people think they wouldn't. They're franchise a Subway. They'll sell us one. If we walk in that motherfucker with enough, with the money, they're going to give it to you. That's why I be saying, excuse me, I would rather have something physical. I would rather buy this bottle and sell it. This is my bottle. So nobody can tell me what this bottle is worth but me. And when I sell it, I still got it. If all else fails, I still got this bottle. If I can't sell it, I can use it. I can drink out of it myself. You know what I'm saying? When you put your money in the stock market, you sit outside on the porch while some other folks go in there and talk about whether you double your money or triple it or not. That's why I say I don't like that. But I'm just saying, y'all body, I'm not really a fan. I just seen a post where somebody was talking about that they doubled their money or tripled their money, but you really didn't until you sell it. Your ticket is now worth $100. But if don't nobody think that ticket is worth $100, then you're not gonna get $100 for it. Like, if you getting interest off the money, maybe if you hang around long enough, I believe you got to hold on to the stocks. But I'm not the guy for that. I'm just saying, your $38 turned to $2,500. And all of a sudden people want to learn the game. It's no game to learn when it comes to the stock market. Like, from what I understand, let me make sure I say that. Like, I'm not no kind of pro at none of this stuff. This is just me and what I'm thinking. It's really no way to know. People like, I told y'all should have jumped on. No, you didn't. You didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I don't like. And then we be kind of, talking people down into a hole, and we could have just got together and bought a fucking building. You know what I'm saying? Or a grocery store. We need a black-owned grocery store around here. What's wrong with being 20 people, 20 owners to one building? That's the thing. That's why I say go back to what I was just saying a minute ago. People be worried about who name gonna be on the building and all of that stuff. And we can't even get along enough to say whose name's gonna be on the bank account or anything, man. We can't do none of that, but we'll take trillions of dollars, or I would say millions of dollars, and say, here you go, person I don't know, who don't live around here, who don't care about around here, because if you did, you would be around here, but you're not. But here, you know what? Here's all our $10. It's going to be 1,000 of us or 1,000,000 of us going to send you $10. And you tell us if our $10 is going to be worth $10 tomorrow. And that's the part that's crazy to me. That's what I don't like it. But I don't know. I never really dabbled in that. So I'm not really nothing. I would rather have something physical in my hand, but and not have to depend on like a boardroom that I'm not invited to tell me if my $10 is still worth 10. But I'm gonna just put this on you right quick. Like, this is what I think happens when people invest. We get together and we give this company $1 million. Or to say $10 million. We give this company $10 million. And we all got these shares, and we part owner and fucking Mike with a Mike coffee mugs or whatever. Now that company got $10 million in the bank. Now, while you sitting back waiting on this person to tell you that, they can take that 10 million and put that in the bank. That's his money now, whether you know it or not. So he can take that 10 million, put it in the bank, and then tell that bank, I got 10 million now. I need a business loan for my business. Now he can take that money and say, okay, fuck Mike with a mic, coffee cups. I'm finna invest in making these wooden monkeys. Now you don't get none of this because you invested in this. So now he done took your money and used it for a loan, because your 10 million still over here. So if you ever want that back, he can give it to you. But he done went and use your money to do this. And you can't get none of that because that ain't what you invested in. And now the company, they playing with house money at this point, because at the end of the day, even if y'all ask for y'all money back, they still got this loan. And I just be thinking, like, why we can't just do that ourselves? I mean, we can, I just don't get why we not, and we study falling for the bullshit. Like that's why I was saying on a couple back. Like I like when people play the FanDuel stuff. You get your money then. If you buy this bottle and you sell it, you get your money right then. You ain't gotta wait and figure out what's going on. Now, if these bottles don't sell, then obviously I have to come down on the price to sell them, but they still mine. You know what I'm saying? And I still have them in my hand. That grocery store, if we buy Mammoth, that's ours. It's right there. We could see it. We could touch it. We can go in there. We can look around. When you put your money in the stock market, I just feel like, you know, they doing that. But like I said, they can just take your money and use it elsewhere. Like they can open a grocery store. Some people do that too. They'll take all this investor money like Wolf of Wall Street and they go off and do other shit and they open up a store in here. And then we be like, oh man, another white owned or, you know, Arabic owned restaurant or whatever. But we done spent this year $500,000 at this Coney Island walking past that black owned store over here. And then we wonder why this Coney Island is study franchise and study building and this one not, because we going in here and we investing in here. Like whether you think that buying food or buying clothes is not investing in the company, yes it is, and you're not getting nothing back. But like I said, they can take your $10 million and put it in a bank account, and then they can get interest on that money sitting in their bank account, so it's their interest. And if they want to give you, that's why I be like, they might say you get 1% interest on your money. Now let's just say you give them $1,000, so you getting $10 interest every 6 months or 3 months, whatever. The bank cutting them probably say the bank cutting them 15%. So they making, you know, $200,000-$300,000 off your money and they give you $10 when we could have did that ourselves. But it's always better and shiny when it's GameStop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody come along, your cousin come along with his clothing line and he want $4,000 and he got his plan and all of that stuff. People just really overlook that. Your cousin that do music, he just want to shoot a video. Who knows? But people won't do that because it's not big and it's not shiny. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it is. And then I be thinking it's more about, you know, who name goes on the building. But like I said, if they put your money in a bank account and they getting the interest off of that money, they can take that money and go do something else, and you won't get a part of that. If we gonna do something, we put money in a bank account and we say, okay, this is for this building. We refinance that building. We're gonna do this and we're gonna go get this other building. Now we got 2 buildings because we used our money to get money like companies do all the time. And not to mention with the stock market, and I ain't hating on the stock market neither, man. I know I be talking about it and I be talking about it in a bad way because I don't believe it. But the truth is, when the shit hit the fan, you think those companies gonna dig in their pocket and just start giving y'all money back? No, the first people to get asked out is gonna be y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just be saying like they use that as collateral because they got $10 million now. So even if they got bad credit, if they come up with a good idea that people fall for, and it'd be like, oh man, this person got this money, because money is the shit. Like if you got 10 or 15 fucking $1 million in the bank, a bank alone you $50 million. Same way with us. If we got $100,000 in the bank, they'll loan us $200,000, and then we can go off and do something. We just got to get to that spot first, and we can do that with 10, 20 people. They doing it with the Tulsa Fund dude, but I don't know. People been talking that he a dirtbag. I don't know. I ain't never fucked with him, so I ain't gonna speak on if he a dirtbag or not. But I'm just saying people say that. But that be what keep us from doing shit, is that kind of element out there. That's why I say get with people that's on your level, doing what you trying to do, or at least invest in something that you can see. If say you give a person $5,000 towards getting a movie done, you can go up to that movie set. You an investor. You an executive producer at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be no problem. If you buy fucking Mammoth, you should be able to get a set of keys. If you're an investor, you get a set of keys. You can go up there and see what they doing. Is they putting the drywall up, and we can be on top of it. When you give your money to the stock market, that's it. You got to sit on the fucking porch till they come back out. But I'm just saying, like, all else fails, man, and to say the market crash, then y'all assed out. Then you were part of a class action lawsuit against fucking Daimler and Miffler or whatever the fuck these names be popping up on TV every now and then. And then they like, oh, we got $6 million of the 10 million back. But now y'all got to split that with fucking 84 million people because these motherfuckers be hitting licks. And then it don't be no consequence. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that scares me from it, that is no control. You ain't got no control over it. You don't know the people that you investing with. You think you know them because they got a commercial on TV, but these people will close they shit down and walk the fuck away with their interest money that they made off of your money and go start some other shit. Y'all ain't never heard of these companies when these niggas go under, like, starving. No, they have some other shit already set up that they set up with the fucking money from interest and loans from other shit, because once you get the money in the bank, you good to fucking go. That's why when you send money in Cash App, they charge you to do that. They putting them pennies to the side. So if everybody said fuck Cash App, they done already charge you 3 cents on the dollar the last fucking 10 years of sending money. They good. And we could be keeping those 3 cents for ourselves. And that's the part that I be saying, but people might say, like, they can't do that. Like, they can't do that, Michael. They can't just up and just not give people their money. But yeah, the fuck they can. Like, we'll sue them. Like, you really going to go to court and try to sue somebody? Most people don't invest that much. I'm just saying, like, the average person might invest $10, $20. So if they say fuck you and just stop answering the phone, like, you really going to go to court and try to sue them over 20? No, you're going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Then who you going to talk to? You're going to talk to this same white man that y'all been talking about? You think they're going to let you ruin one of these companies that's paying taxes and helping them and politically backing them and financing they campaign? No, they not going to let you do that. They're going to settle one of these class action lawsuits like they be doing, and we going to be asked out, and then it's going to come back around. It's going to be another stock, and then it's going to be, oh man, Bitcoin, then oh man, then this and this and this. And the whole fucking time, we the consumer. Because I say this all the fucking time. If this person is a millionaire and he got millionaire friends, if it was such a fucking good idea, why didn't his $1 million friend buy all those stocks his fucking self? Because if you got a bright idea and you my friend, I'm assuming you're going to tell me first, Michael, man, I got this lick. They got this building for $5,000. It's a car wash. It's up and running. And I got $5,000, and he say, I'm going to sell some shares so I can expand it. And we going to be able to watch 2 cars at a time. And that's going to make this. Why wouldn't I jump on that? It's a reason why those other people don't jump on that shit. And then they try to say like IPOs and all of that. And you got what I think it's called IPO, where they got to sell so many to the public. That's bullshit, because you do not have to do that if you got all the money. And that be the part that's one of those little tweaks, you know, when people be like what they can do and what they can't do. They can do what the fuck they want to do. These are the same people that y'all will run around and say they invented coronavirus to kill black people, but you won't believe that they'll start a company to suck money out your fucking pocket. Like, that be the part that killed me. Like, when I say something like, I remember I was having an argument with somebody about, them going to the moon and the earth being flat and all of that shit. And then they say, well, why would they lie? Because $8 fucking trillion a year. Nobody gives a fuck about Mars, but yet they take our tax money to go. Like, niggas can't get to work, but you worried about going to Mars? Like, come on, man. We can't keep falling for that same shit like forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can take our $10 million, fuck Bitcoin. We're going to take our $10 million and we going to buy. They had the little town down there for $1 million fucking dollars, and nobody raised their fucking hand to buy it. Nobody said, let's get together and buy this and we can have our own theater, our own fucking bus station, our own. Nobody really wants to own. We all want to hit that big lick that we not going to hit. Do you really think they're going to let you hit that big lick? You got to invent something. You better drop an album. You better do something on your fucking own. You better start a landscaping company. And that's why I be saying, instead of taking your fucking $2,000 and throwing it in the stock market, get with 2-3 other people and y'all got $10,000 and get y'all some lawnmowers, get y'all some snowblowers, and hit it, man. Because you sitting back waiting on this motherfucker to come out to tell you that he made you more money than him, you're not gonna happen. You better play the fucking big game or something. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the stock market, like I'm just really not a fan. It's no consequence for them. They playing with house money and they got us right where they want us. They got us desperate. They got us looking at, these numbers they be throwing out there that most people don't even know. Like, such and such with Facebook. Facebook is worth $1 trillion. And then it's like, oh man, I bought stock in Facebook and it went from $100 to $200. No, they told you it did, but you ain't getting shit until somebody buy it. And if don't nobody buy it, you just stuck and you don't have nothing. That's why I say, like, I got this bottle right here. And if they stop making bottles, I still got my bottle. If the stock market crash, your $10 is gone. And you're going to have to go jump through loops to get 3 of it back. Why, what's his name? Madoff done bought boats and he been living life off of your fucking money. And that's why I don't trust it. But, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy that, kind of getting back on that when people be like, they fucking can't do that. They do what the fuck they want to do. These the same people that choke us out on fucking camera. These the same motherfuckers who will have a fucking Klan fucking march down a block, but then if Black Lives Matter do it, here come the fucking National Guard. So don't tell me about what they won't do. You know what I'm saying? These is the same motherfuckers that value the life of fucking tuna in the sea over people. So how you gonna tell me they wouldn't lie to you about stock numbers when they already been getting caught lying? And I'm not saying that anybody's lying. I'm just saying that's why I don't trust it. And that's why I don't trust somebody opening a fucking chute on the door saying, give me $10, I'm gonna make you rich. We already rich. We got enough money. We spend fucking trillions of fucking dollars. But like I said, these y'all probably just think Michael just a nigga just running his fucking mouth. I just say do your research and do basic fucking math. How much money do your family make? How much money, get you 10 friends and be like, how much do we really make? How much money do we really waste on shoes and clothes and eating out? What if we tighten up on what we do for a year and we buy this bar? And then we be part owners in this bar. It might be 6 of us. Then once we get that up and rolling, we buy another bar. Then y'all 3 over there, us 3 over here. Couple years down the line, 2, 2, and 2. 5, 6, 7 years down the motherfucking line, all y'all got y'all own bar with something to leave to y'all kid. Because that's one thing, we always looking for the big lick, but we don't look at stuff like, do you really think that these people become millionaires and billionaires overnight? No, they put a plan in motion. I said this one time and it just makes sense, but I just like putting it on people. The first slave ship that came here, that motherfucker knew that was for the future. He knew if I can do this and it for 100 years, my kids gonna be cool. They knew that. They already knew that. When motherfuckers be putting stuff in motion for 10, 15, 20 years down the line, they know I'm not gonna be able to eat it. I'm finna plant this tree for my kids. I might not get not one apple off this motherfucker, but I'm about to dig this hole. I'm about to plant this motherfucker. We don't want to do that. We want to be the one with the necklace on. We want to be the one in the car. So we finna take our income tax money and go buy a fucking sectional when you could have took that fucking $3,000 and started a business with 2 of your friends. But going back to what I said, maybe y'all not really fucking friends. And that's something we really got to start looking into and something we got to really be serious about. And sometimes I say this too, we got to quit with all that black power shit. It ain't always got to be a black person. It don't always got to be somebody in your family. It don't always got to be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Get with somebody that's doing what you're doing and looking ahead, because I'm trying to leave my kids something besides a funeral bill. And most of you motherfuckers, that's what y'all leaving y'all kids. They gonna have to figure out how to bury your goofy ass because you won't even put fucking $8 to the side a month for life insurance, or because you trying to beat the stock market. And that's not ours. That's not our game, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to hate that, but I'm just saying you can't expect these people to break a system that's already rolling and benefiting them to let you in. They do not give a fuck. They just see us as consumers. We are straight customers, and we are just the fucking idiots of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I challenge y'all to find somebody who really won in the stock game. I don't want to hear no shit about he turned $20 into 400. Who actually got they 400 fucking dollars back? Who really put they 20 in and got $400? I don't want to hear like, well, I put $50 in Bitcoin and it went up to 20 grand. Who got the 20 grand? And then think about that. And it's not that many people. If you might find one or two, but it's not that many. But what if we would have never did that and all of us would have just went over here and started a fucking record label or a distribution company where we don't have to constantly go to these folks to get our stuffs mixed and mastered and all that? What if we really just cornered our own selves on our own market? You know what I'm saying? But y'all can sit around waiting on them to, you know, break a system that's been working like since fucking slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been beating us with the same stick, but I'm starting to wonder if it's us beating ourselves with the fucking stick at this point. But you know, we can start an investment firm. Why not? Companies do that all the time too. I said that on a couple of shows a couple of times, and motherfuckers just really don't listen. I don't think. Like when a team get bought, they'll say such and such investment group bought this. Then you pull the page back and it'll be 50 names on there. Such and such company, such and such company, such and such company. All these little LLCs and all of that. And all these personal people invested to buy this fucking grocery store or this baseball team. And that's what we can do. Just get the paperwork right. Get with people that you can trust. I ain't saying just jump in with anybody. We ain't got to do that. We got to get past that too. And that's why I say go back to the friendship stuff. But y'all sitting back waiting on somebody to do that for you and think that your $10 is really gonna turn into, they don't want us to have shit. So why in the fuck would they put something into play for us to have shit? We is, on one hand, we'll say the white man got their foot on our neck and they don't want us to have shit. They don't want us to grow. They fucking over our schools. They fucking over our police department. They won't let us get nothing credit and loan wise. But hey, over here, it's a fucking mousetrap with $10 on it. We'll run right over there. Well, like, what's the fucking difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the white man evil or no? Is they trying to hold us down or not? What the fuck is we going to pick a fucking side? Either they are or they not. And if they are and y'all really feel that way, then do something the fuck about it. I don't think it's like a particular person sitting up there. I think it's a system in play. I think that people like that's not white people, that's not racist, they not gonna speak against that system because it's benefiting them. The moment that they say we deserve reparations or something, they gotta admit that they did something wrong. They're not gonna do that. The minute that they admit that we need reparations from some company like fucking a fruit company where your granddaddy was picking apples for this motherfucking oranges back in the day, the minute that they say that, they gotta dig in their pocket and give you something. And they not gonna fucking do that. And or they might dig in the pocket that you filled up with your investments and give you your money back. They give you your $10 back out of this pocket and say that that's their money and then crash the market and use your money to pay you back with or tax you or go up on gas or whatever. Like all this reparation shit, we going to give it to ourselves. So we going to be sitting up talking about that and we going to give it to ourselves. So why not just say fuck all that and just do it ourselves over here? We don't have to chase that fucking white man's dream that y'all say is a white man's dream. I'm just using that word. I think it's everybody's right to have a dream. But like I said, man, the stock market, I just feel is just a bunch of like fairy tale numbers to keep people investing. And sometimes people win. Sometimes people got to win like the lotteries. People got to win for people to keep playing. But how many people really win the lottery? Not that many. I mean, for real, you really think like they take every dollar and give it to somebody? Hell no, they putting them some pennies to the side. They got a staff to pay and they got people who get bonuses and all that. They even do that with Red Cross. They do that shit with FEMA. They do that shit with everything. We donate this money and like we'll give them $1 for fucking Blue Cross, Red Cross or whatever, and 30 cents to make it down there because they gonna pay, they gonna take care of their folks first. And then when they get done, that little African baby with the fly on his fucking face, he gonna get fucking a pack of 10-cent noodles when we done sent $100 over there but this motherfucker got a fucking BMW when we could have just did it ourselves. So that white man foot on the neck shit, like that's one of the things we got to really kind of get away from because we definitely doing it. But, you know, we talk all that generational curse and breaking, you know, the having money for future and all of that, man. We not gonna get it the way we doing things. And I really 100% believe that. That should just kind of make me sad because nobody want to make the sacrifice to say, I'm going to plant this fucking tree and I know it's not for me, it's for my grandbaby. Nobody's going to do that because we want to shit on each other. I keep saying that. We so infatuated with shitting on each other today that we do not give a fuck about future in our kids, man. But I don't know. Truth of the matter is they didn't start off 5 steps ahead. We all was birthed day one. They got a system in play. We just got to get our own system. We not going to beat that system. Like we really not. I don't know what y'all think going to come along and we going to all of a sudden figure it out. And oh yeah, I got the code, y'all. Come on, let's break the stock market. No, they'll shut that shit the fuck down before they let that happen. Trust and believe that. They bombed fucking Black Wall Street simply just cause. If we couldn't, they won't even let us grow our own shit. So what make you think they gonna let you come in their house and grow some shit bigger than what they got? When we say they, you know what I'm saying? With the whole, white man foot on the neck shit. I'm just kind of over that. I'm just saying like, we got to do better. That's all I'm saying. End of the fucking day, when it comes to investing and we getting all this tax money, we got all these stimulus checks and some people doing good. And I really applaud the people that really doing good. What I'm saying is it's a lot of people out there who don't have no business plan, but got $3,000. I suggest y'all get with people who got the business plan. Don't just make some shit up or don't try to take somebody's ideal and make it better and, just work together. Cause $3 grand, $5 grand, $2 grand, $7 grand over here, nigga might have 1,500. Let him on in with the 1,500. So what? You get 7%, he get 3. And let's get this 200-300 grand and get us a Nike going. And then we can build us a board and we can sell stock and watch how them motherfuckers don't buy none from us. Because what do we really own to sell stock? We not, because we consumers. But I'm done. I'm way past my time, man. I suppose not went this long anyway, but just a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, man. But the song I played at the top was Nolaj, Plandemic. Catch them on all social media platforms, man. Shop at refreshush15.com. Deuce5clothing.com, DetroitCousins.com. If you got any questions about the show, send them in to mikewithamic313@gmail.com. And we can get to it, man. Like I'm all for, getting together, treating each other better and just being better. You know what I'm saying? I say this all the time. Like sometimes niggas big homies is younger than them. Sometimes your blessing is really on the other side of somebody's blessing, man. Once we start learning that, we'll be cool, man. People open up a business and it's people in college that's going to come work for you. They don't care about you running the production company or you owning it. It's people out there that really want to help people. And I think we just got to get to that place. And once we get to that place and quit worried about trying to shit on each other, we should be cool because we all out here with all these $1,000s all over the place on solo missions, on solo dummy missions because, that whole Puff Daddy bad boy shit, man, that don't happen often. Like how many record labels, how many rappers do you really know? Versus if we'd have just got together and just did one record company. If we'd have just said, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to make sure that everybody is taken care of because we gonna pile our money up here. Once we get to that spot, I think we'll be better. And the whole racism and white man foot on your neck and all that is not gonna matter no more. So with that being said, man, let's just think about that and let's just focus on having a good place to where we can even start the dialogue and not fight, That's all I can say, man. Y'all have at it, man. I appreciate y'all listening. Everybody that watch on YouTube, everybody that listen through my Anchor app and all of that, man. I'm going to hit you with the outro. I'm Dunzo.
You were just listening to... Thanks for listening to... mic.